1 year old, and what a year it's been at Tulsa's Riverfront Park.
Amazing attraction for free, and I love how they have the natural, the all-native landscape.
A year full of changes, new programs, and thousands of smiling faces.
The gathering place was meant for that, for us to all come together.
And tonight, we're learning about the plans for the next year and beyond.
We've been long anticipating our phase 2, which is the Children's Museum.
Over the next 30 minutes, we'll explore the park, honored as USA Today's top new attraction, and show you some new adventures that await you. It's 1 year of the Gathering Place, our place to enjoy.
Good evening and welcome to this special presentation, The Gathering Place Turns 1. I'm Clay Loney.
And I'm Shay Rozzi. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll show you the major impact this park has had on our community.
But it all began with a dream. What we see around us now, 5 years ago, was just a dream.
From September 2014 and for nearly 4 years, we covered updates on the construction efforts. Some in Midtown, near 31st and Riverside, described the construction scene as like a small city. On September 8th of last year, with much fanfare, the giant gates finally opened to crowds eager to enjoy all the Gathering Place has to offer. It has been an extraordinary first year. In January, a major award. The Gathering Place was named the top new attraction in the country in a USA Today poll, beating 19 other attractions, even in major cities such as Chicago.
The accolades just keep coming in for this massive park. Time magazine just named it one of the 100 places you need to visit. And what you see here is just phase 1 of George Kaiser's vision. Fox 23's Naomi Kitt has a look at what's next for the Gathering Place.
1 year. 365 days of Riverfront Park.
It's been a fast year, and so while we're figuring out a lot of things as well, some things have worked just great.
And that's included some wonderful events at the Gathering Place.
We've just begun.
And a push over the next year to do even more.
But we'll continue to grow our programming, continue to be relevant, continue to be meaningful, and really trying to bring events that have never been done here in Tulsa before.
A goal to stay true to who they are.
Long-term plans for the Gathering Place is really staying true to our mission, a place for all, where everyone is welcome, and ensuring, the task of bringing a community together is not just a one check box and you've achieved this in 6 months and it's done. It has to be sustainable, and we're not 100% there.
And the park is planning a big addition in its second phase.
We're so excited about the Children's Museum being a part of the Gathering Place complex. It offers more diversity. It offers another set of education from a STEM point of view for our children and for the community. So there's even more to do once you visit the Gathering Place and the complex and all the attractions that's available.
These are renderings released last year of what the museum will look like. The project is expected to cost nearly $50 million, and designers say they work to include elements of the Gathering Place's design in the new project.
When you come to a place like this, you want to play with your family and play with your children, so I'm incredibly excited it's going to be even bigger at the Gathering Place.
Designers hope to have the project ready for you in the late spring or early summer of 2021. In Midtown, covering news that matters, I'm Naomi Kitt, Fox 23 News.
Park leaders are expected to announce some more exciting additions in the next few months. We'll let you know what those are. It's more than just amazing playgrounds for the kids at the Gathering Place. They also hold educational events. The park holds STEM Saturdays on the first Saturday of the month. Each month, the event offers a different hands-on activity for the kids. Gathering Place officials say they try to engage kids in the STEM field.
We always want to be bringing people together to engage, educate, and excite. And these activities really bring all of that together into one thing that people can come do and look forward to and learn something new.
If you'd like to take a look at the activities planned for upcoming months, we've put a link for you on our website, fox23.com. Just look in the Fox box.
These courts are quiet now, but this past weekend, some of the best basketball players in our area were out here for the first 3-on-3 basketball tournament at the Gathering Place. The sport is wildly popular around the world and has been added as an Olympic sport for the 2020 Games in Tokyo. Flip White of the Harlem Globetrotters says basketball is about bringing everyone together.
Basketball is a universal language, speaks value to all races, to all ages. It doesn't matter how old, it doesn't matter what color you are, or what race you are, you'll love the game of basketball.
Organizers of the 3-on-3 tournament here at the Gathering Place hope it will grow to a 2-week event.
A park for all. That's the message of the Gathering Place, and one of the ways they're spreading that message is with their dance troupe, the Gather Round Crew. Fox 23's Ron Terrell spoke to one of the members.
With a flip, breakdancing moves, and the skills to communicate with anyone.
Dance and music are, universal languages. They transcend any kind of border. Even if I can't talk to you, you can use that. So it goes along with the message of the park, which is a park for all.
The Gather Round Crew is bridging the gap in Tulsa.
It was formed as a collective group of professional dancers that we bring the fun of the park to various communities, different events.
Josiah Kelly is the lead choreographer for the crew. In 2017, he was one of the group's first members because the park's vision of a place for all matches his vision, and he's happy to promote the safe space.
It's family friendly, and I'm huge on family because there's a lot of stuff out there that's not always for that, but this is, and it's free. I'm trying to do that, make an impact that I can in the community that I live in.
And by dancing with the crew, he knew he could do more.
You can get more done together than by yourself.
And as the crew has grown from just 4 members in 2017 to nearly a dozen now, so have the events they take part in, each time working to spread a message of inclusion.
We go into their world so they can come into ours.
So the next time you see a group of skilled dancers in green suits taking part in an event, they want you to know one thing.
We are the Gather Round Crew.
In North Tulsa, covering news that matters, I'm Ron Terrell, Fox 23 News.
You can catch the Gather Round Crew dancing at events all across Green Country.
A primary mission of the Gathering Place is attracting kids from all parts of the area. One way that's done is with story time under the oldest and largest cottonwood tree in the park. The park simply calls it the Reading Tree. Each week, Storytime explores a different book, helping to inspire a love of reading while strengthening language, literacy, and listening skills.
Unlikely friendships can spring out of nowhere, but for one group of women, their friendship is now knotted together. They come here every week to knit. And as Fox 23's Michelle Lynn explains, their connection goes beyond every stitch.
Bags full of yarn, a group of women gathering to enjoy their craft.
I'm not real particular, so I don't do a lot of ripping out and starting over.
With a loop and a pull.
I just love to knit.
Creating more than a group, they've created their own tradition.
It's a part of our lives now. It's our Tuesday mornings. We look forward to it.
Taking in nature and stitching together more than a friendship.
The community is what is really, really important.
And each week since the park opened, you can find them at 9 in the morning looking out the windows of the lodge, surrounded by their piles of yarn.
What more beautiful place than being here, and it's almost like you're in a different location, like you're on vacation when you're here.
Taking in the beauty of nature.
To be in a beautiful place, we've gotten to see the seasons change and the wonderful things that are going on here.
Creating and sharing more than just a story and talent, but a passion.
We all seem to, I don't know, we just share the love of knitting.
And at the same time, cross-stitching their own work of art.
Just feel useful, and we have something beautiful when we're finished.
All while being thankful to be able to do it at this wonderful gift.
I'd love to thank people here at the Gathering Place for allowing us to camp out. It's just been a pleasure. This place is gorgeous.
In Midtown Tulsa, covering news that matters, Michelle Lynn, Fox 23 News.
If you want to join, the group says everyone of any skill level can come in, take a seat, and share in the process.
Taking to the water.
It was wonderful. We really weren't expecting to be the first ones.
No need to drive out to the lake when Peggy's Pond is calling your name.
Plus, celebrating the world right here in Tulsa.
The Gathering Place was meant for that, for us to all come together.
I think it's absolutely fascinating.
The celebration's taking place to bring our diverse city together and help us learn about all the cultures of Tulsa. When our special look at 1 year of the Gathering Place continues.
If you're looking for a fun night at the park, be sure to check out Movie Night. It is the third Wednesday of each month, and the season wraps with a special Halloween double feature on October 25th. Movies start each night at 7:30 on the Great Lawn.
You want to know about crime in your neighborhood and problems at your child's school.
You want to know when severe weather will disrupt your plans or put your family in danger.
Watch Fox 23 News and you'll see what's happening right now so you can control how it affects you.
Every day, turn to Fox 23 News and you'll see.
We're covering news that matters.
Attention, IHOP has new crispy buttermilk chicken made with all-natural chicken breast, chicken sandwiches, chicken and waffles, cock-a-doodle yum. And for a limited time, IHOP chicken and pancakes, only $6.99.
You're a people person. You always love to put a smile on someone's face. What better way than with a career as a dental assistant? At Platt College, in our dental assisting program, you can gain the skills to care for patients with the tools and equipment you may use as an important part of a dental care team. Once you learn the trade, once you learn the skill, you will have that trade and that skill forever. To learn more, call 918-235-6416 or visit plattcolleges.edu.
Fans, we've got a hot one for you tonight, and it looks like we're just about ready to get cooking.
Wait a minute, Tom. Holy pepperoni! It appears Mazzio's is stepping up their game. Their opponents are in trouble now.
More like double trouble, Frank. It's Mazzio's double-decker pizza. Double the crust, double the cheese, and double the toppings. How is that even possible?
These guys are pros, Tom, but it all comes down to what kind of numbers they put up.
Folks, we might be witnessing history.
At Planet Fitness, you don't have to flip a coin between quality and price. Join now for 25 cents down and $10 a month, no commitment. Join in-club or online at planetfitness.com.
Now through September 10th, get unlimited fitness training, tons of equipment, and a friendly staff for just 25 cents down.
This is the nimble Chevy Trax, the versatile Chevy Equinox, the stylish all-new Chevy Blazer, and the roomy Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. The Chevy family of SUVs. No matter what you're looking for in an SUV, Chevy's got you covered.
Get over $4,500 below MSRP on this Equinox. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,000 cash allowance. Chevy drives Oklahoma. Find new roads.
Have you and your kids had a chance to explore the playgrounds at the Gathering Place? Plenty of kids say they are amazing, and National Geographic agrees, featuring the Gathering Place on its list of mind-bending playgrounds around the world. Tulsa's Premier Park stands out for the various playground designs for different age kids. Some of the other parks featured are in Spain, France, and Japan. And welcome back to our special coverage of the Gathering Place Turns 1. It continues to offer new things to do and see, including this, Peggy's Pond. Fox 23's Amber Hughes shows you what you can look forward to.
A new adventure at the Gathering Place, so I put on a life jacket to check it out myself. This family went out on the park boats Monday afternoon. Despite the wait, they're ready to go again.
This was worth our wait. Yes. Was it worth your wait?
Yes. Beneath the boathouse, about 15 kayaks, canoes, and paddle boats line the docks. The CRUZ family was first in line to climb aboard.
It was wonderful. We really weren't expecting to be the first ones.
Jimmy Cruz, the Gathering Place's director of operations, says they spent months preparing to let guests go out on the water. He anticipates a lot of guests will flock to the boats because there's no cost for guests.
No fee, so it's free. Really go out there and have a good time and do something maybe they haven't done before, or even the more experienced people, just to get out on the water.
Amazing attraction for free, and I love how they have the natural, the all-native landscape.
Guests just have to check in at the boathouse. Riders can take about 20 minutes out on the water, pedaling or rowing along the pond. Do you think you guys will be back as a family to do this once again?
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely. It was fun figuring it out and looking at the wonderful vegetation.
To ride, you must be at least 5 years old. Boating staff is on the dock giving instructions before you go out and on the pond just in case.
Making it free, it's definitely a bucket list thing to do this summer.
So the boats are available from 1 to 7 each and every day. First come, first serve.
And a special note, when you're out on Peggy's Pond, the scenery is not just what you're seeing around you. It could be what you're in. How about a one-of-a-kind canoe? Each canoe out here is wrapped in the work of a local artist. So the next time you visit Peggy's Pond, make sure to see the canoes.
One of the big things you can expect moving forward is a pedestrian bridge that connects the Gathering Place to the west side of the river. Back in July, the city announced it will be working with the Gathering Place and Tulsa River Parks Authority to construct the Gateway Bridge. This is a rendering the city released showing the $25 million project that could take 3 years to build. One Gathering Place visitor says this will be a helpful addition.
So I was looking across and I saw the park over there and thought we were going to walk across to the other side, and then no, it's not happening.
The new bridge is supposed to use a new steel plate fabrication system, making it the first bridge in that style built in the U.S. And just a few steps from that planned pedestrian bridge, the Gathering Place has started a new event for Tulsa. The Riverside Rib Festival is a chance for you to chill and chow down on some of the best barbecue Tulsa has to offer.
Fun, friendship, and food. Lots and lots of food.
This is my first taste test.
People from all across the area took part in a chance to chow down with more than a dozen food trucks competing to win the title People's Champion and Best in Show at what the Gathering Place says will become an annual event.
I found some pulled pork, some sliced brisket, and some really good baked beans here.
But it's not just the ribs. There is also plenty of music to enjoy. And when it comes to barbecue, there are some distinct opinions on what's best.
Just smoky flavor, nice sweet barbecue sauce.
And these are the best ribs. You see that big old line? It's worth waiting. But the briskets, hey, they're on point too.
Sweet and tangy is about the best barbecue I think there is. I'm definitely a rib guy, pork rib guy.
Each event at the park is about helping you enhance your skills with barbecue experts on site to guide you through the process.
They answer any food questions as far as different cuts of meat, how to prepare things, and different things that you can put on the grill.
And the prizes bring out the competitive spirit even in those chowing down.
Always like these barbecue competitions and stuff here, especially when it's People's Choice.
But there's also the judges taking a look at the overall food truck.
There you go, sir. Thank you. Enjoy.
This is just another example of the Gathering Place living its mission.
It is great to be able to give back to the community. We have a great park and a great facility.
There are plenty of other great food events that you can take part in, including Trucktoberfest and the Gathering Place Beer and Wine Festival. So be sure to look for those and check them out.
The Gathering Place is a beautiful venue for stress relief, right in the middle of the work week.
Hands to the mat, twist from left arm to the side.
Each Wednesday evening at 6:30 on the Quick Trip Great Lawn, a yoga instructor is here to guide you through Power Flow Yoga. Designed for all fitness levels, from beginner to advanced, it's a way to let go of stress and embrace various poses to lengthen and lean your muscles.
It's a free event, so you get all kinds of different people get to come, so it's not just like the experts.
It's a unique thing to do, I guess, kind of just relax after work or after a hard day.
It is part of the park's fresh fitness programs, which include group runs and Zumba. You can find all the details on fox23.com in the Fox Box. Plus, fitness can also be found on the park's trails and sport courts. The courts give you a great view of the river, and at night you can still keep playing because all the courts are well lit until the park closes. Trails pass by the Sky Garden and Swing Hill and are a great way to take in all of the park.
More than just a place to play, the Gathering Place is working to become a bigger part of our culture. Later this year, they'll be hosting a celebration of Asian cultures. They've already hosted Latin-themed and Caribbean-themed nights so everyone can enjoy this amazing gift. Fox 23's Tiffany Alaniz has a look at La Fiesta de Tulsa.
The music, the food, the people, the culture, all of it together.
The Fiesta de Tulsa is just one of the many events throughout the year to celebrate the cultures and diversity in Tulsa. From learning how to use a lasso to the game of dominoes, it's all about showing off what Hispanic culture has to offer.
And it's little bits and pieces of our Hispanic culture brought to the Gathering Place in Tulsa.
For Diana Fernandez, it's important to take part. She wants to make sure her son knows about his culture.
We're here to learn different things of cultures, and that's what it's all about. I think it's very nice.
And that includes the dancing. Across the park, you can find the different parts of Hispanic culture, the flags, bright colors, and the food trucks. And it's also a reflection of the fabric of our city.
I think it's absolutely fascinating. Tulsa is a very diverse city, and it's very interesting and nice for us to be able to come together for a specific culture.
And fulfilling the mission of George Kaiser's vision for this gift to Tulsa.
The gathering place was meant for that, for us to all come together and have a joyous time.
Giving all of Tulsa a place to come together and celebrate all the cultures of our city in one amazing outdoor space. In Midtown Tulsa, covering news that matters, Tiffany Alaniz, Fox 23 News.
If you want to see what's going on at the gathering place, just look for a link in the Fox box on fox23.com.
A beautiful occasion in one of Tulsa's most beautiful spaces.
Hi, Helen. Take me, Richard, to be my husband.
We'll show you the first wedding at the gathering place, how you can secure your special place in the park to say, I do, when the gathering place turns 1 continues.
Hello and welcome to $10 Tuesday Night Pizza, and whoa boy do we have a delicious matchup.
It's gonna be unbelievable, Maddie.
Break down the $10 play.
We're gonna cut the pizza here, and here, and here. Winner, winner, pizza dinner.
Is that permanent?
Yes, it is.
At Papa Murphy's, for $10 on Tuesdays, get any large made-from-scratch pizza. Papa Murphy's. We make it, you bake it.
When northeastern Oklahomans meet trauma head-on, Oklahoma Blood Institute donors save their lives. Our state's nonprofit blood center, Oklahoma Blood Institute, has only one mission: saving local lives. And with just 1 hour, your blood donation with Oklahoma Blood Institute can bring hope and life to a family in your hometown.
William Shatner here. You know, I've been using a CPAP for over 10 years, and it's made a world of difference to me. But no one ever told me how important it is to keep my CPAP clean. I had no idea that it's a breeding ground for bacteria. A dirty CPAP can make you sick. That's when a friend said, Bill, you need to try SoClean. It's so easy. All you do is place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away.
SoClean kills up to 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria that can build up in your mask, hose, and reservoir. SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks.
I get a healthy sleep every night thanks to SoClean.
Try SoClean risk-free for 30 nights. Shipping is free, and when you call now, get $50 off. Call 1-800-404-0882. To take advantage of this 30-night risk-free trial and get $50 off, call 1-800-404-0882.
For many kids, just showing up to school is a challenge. Staying through graduation is even harder. So at communities and schools, we do just what our name says. Our staff brings a community of resources to meet each student's needs right in their school, doing whatever it takes to keep kids focused, so they see what we see, a bright future. Join in at communitiesinschools.org.
Would you believe? A fertility doctor used his own sperm to father countless children.
How many others do you think there are? Dozens more.
Almost Family, October 2nd on Fox.
Every night at 9, watch Fox 23 News.
We're covering news that matters.
Tulsa's Gathering Place is a finalist in an international competition, selected as one of 19 developments in the Urban Land Institute's Global Awards for Excellence. The awards recognize places that have significantly improved communities and shared their successes with other cities. The winners will be announced later this month in Washington, D.C.
An amazing venue to say, I do. The sights and sounds of nature all around you.
Every little girl dreams about her big day, and here you could even check your look in the mirror one last time before you walk down the aisle.
Only on Fox 23, the very first wedding at the Gathering Place.
An unforgettable setting, a walkway lined with petals, a garden of mirrors to reflect on life's journey.
We met 10 years ago.
Family and friends gathered, and even some unofficial paparazzi trying to catch a glimpse.
We ended up in Tulsa because of work.
Richard, the groom, accompanied by his mother and pet as he marks this milestone in his life. Helen, the bride, with her father climbing out of a horse-drawn carriage. We've all been to weddings, but this one is a first. Helen grateful to be the first bride to say her vows at the gathering place.
Just allowing us to have such a wonderful wedding here.
A public proclamation of the love these two share with a backdrop of one of the most extraordinary park projects in the country.
I, Helen, take you, Richard, to be my husband.
After the I do's and
you may now kiss the bride.
a walk through nature and another kiss near the labyrinth of mirrors as they reflect on the past and look with excitement to the future. This place making this day even more special.
Great feeling.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me that we're like celebrities here in Tulsa now, so it's kind of neat. It makes you feel really, really special.
And one final message from the happy couple.
The park is amazing, and you should come out and see it, and that we're really excited that we could have such a beautiful wedding here, and we're just so excited to be married finally after 10 years.
So if you'd like to have your wedding at the Gathering Place, there are a few locations open for reservations. Just go to the Gathering Place website and fill out the wedding venue proposal form. You'll find it under the tab entitled Things to Do.
Thanks again for watching this special presentation. The Gathering Place turns 1.
We hope you have a chance to celebrate this great Tulsa attraction.
We leave you now with one more look at an impressive first year.
Inhale, rise up, reach up.
Jump on it like that, Sully.